I've got the Eachine FW190 out here for its maiden flight. Let's see if we can get it in the air. Wind, launching. Oh, takes right off. Oh man, this is in fully stabilized mode, and that's full left aileron, no rudder. It has a very tight turn radius. Alright, there's full right. Yeah, that has a pretty darn good turn radius in fully stabilized mode. Alright, let's see. What can we do? Oh, it does a roll. Let's come back over here and try that again. It did it pretty quickly. Alright, let's try that again. Didn't want to do it that time. Alright. I'm flying it with the stock TX. There we go. I had to hold the stick back to get it to actuate. Alright, let's try a roll again. Did a loop just fine. There we go. Just tapping it didn't work. I had to push it all the way over to get it to actuate. Let's try it to the other side. There we go. It seems to maintain altitude pretty well too when doing that. Let's try another loop here. There we go, and it does a hard bank at the end. I'm not sure what that is. Let's see if we can bring it in here a little closer though. I'm going to trim the elevator down a little bit. I'll tell you, after balancing that prop, that is really quiet. Isn't that quiet? Yeah, you should be able to fly this in a fairly small area, even in fully stabilized mode. The gyro is very, very good. Like all these V761 gyros, it performs extremely well. Very cool. Check out that turn radius. That's in fully stabilized mode. Okay, so I'm going to climb up a little bit, come back through here. I want to put it into intermediate mode and see if we can do a manual loop with it. Okay, we are in oh, all right, let's bring it down a little bit. I may have to get a run at it to get a loop out of it. Let's see here. Oh, it doesn't want to. There we go. Got to be a little bit more gentle on the elevator. See that again. There we go. Yeah. So but it's doing that. It's doing that hard bank at the end of the loop. I'm not sure what that's about. Okay, so I got off the throttle there when it was on the back side of the loop, and it didn't perform a brake like it had done earlier. Yeah, so if you hold on to full throttle through that loop, it seems like it wants to brake. What was it? Brake left at the end of the loop. But this is in intermediate mode. So yeah, this is another one of these little warbirds. It's just going to be a lot of fun. You know, as a beginner warbird, that's a tight turn there. So you do, let's see the elevator. Yeah, you get plenty of elevator with it. I haven't really tested the rudder yet. Looks like it's got pretty decent rudder. I just wanted to nose it up and kick the rudder over. Let's see if we can do that again. Yeah, it's got pretty good rudder control there. You know, if the gyro wasn't engaged, you know, to stabilize it there, to level it back out, that would have done a nice little stall turn, I think. Okay, let's climb up. I'm just curious, you know, with the stock TX, I'm always curious to see how it handles in full manual mode. Easy there. Alright, let's see. Alright, we're in full manual mode now. And it's a bit of a handful. Tried to do a loop there. Alright, I kicked it back in. Yeah, like a lot of these models, you really need, I think, a hobby grade TX for manual mode with them. They're just really squirrely with the stock setup on the control surfaces. So this comes in a ready to fly and a bind and fly. I have published all the information on this. There's a link to the playlist in the show notes. With a first look video at this, where I go over all the details of the plane, I go over all the details of the transmitter, the gyro modes, some close-up shots of the plane, because it does have access panels where you can access the motor mount and the board. The board has a DSM port and an SBACH PPM port, so if you don't have a multi-protocol transmitter, you can add a satellite receiver to it and fly it with whatever type of protocol you need, which I think is absolutely amazing that they're doing that with these little 400mm Wingspan Warbirds, that they're putting those DSM and SBACH ports on the board. Makes it so much more versatile when it comes to flying it with a hobby grade transmitter, which, you know, these little planes are like different. They're like completely different planes, you know, compared to flying it with the stock transmitter, being able to fly it with a hobby grade transmitter where you've got a lot more resolution on the sticks, where you can input your dual rate and your expo. It makes it so much more enjoyable. I hear my timer going off over there. I had it set for, I think, 9 minutes, so let's see if we can bring it in and land it. I don't have a lot of wind out here right now. We'll come in from that direction. Oh man, that was pretty nice. There's a link to it in the show notes with a coupon code, and I think for the bind and fly with 3 batteries, I think it's less than $100 delivered to your door, so it's real inexpensive. That's a wrap on this episode. I'll see you next time in the Tinkerz Lab.